Hi, it's Local Dragon Lady here with an updated profile of my Dragonlings with rocket engine, a little bit of everything. Didn't do so great at the Invitationals, but this is much better now. I did some changes, so let's just dive right in. So for the monsters, 3-star Leech Safrit, best card in the deck. If you open with this card, you basically combo off rest of the board builds itself. For the rocket engine, I'm using 3 rocket tracer. He's standard. You can target a card you control, you can destroy, plus summon from the deck. 3 absoluter dragons. I often use him as a Foolish Burial target or Dragon Shrine target, because once he hits the grave in any shape or form, you can add a rocket from your deck to your hand. Also, he can special summon himself if you were to normal Tracer, for example. That's 2 dragons on the board. 2 Magna Rocket Dragon. I like him. He's level 4, very easy to synchro off. If he hits the grave by destruction, by card effect or a battle, then you get to summon another rocket. And only 1 silver rocket dragon. I could not get 2, because he works really well off the Magna Rocket, so that's usually what I do. I go back and forth. If one goes to the grave by battle or card effect, get him, or vice versa. Yeah, so that's it for that engine. For the one-ofs, 1 black dragon, 1 white dragon, very self-explanatory. You definitely get the combo is your normal summon, your Star Liege, get him out, and the rest just plays itself. 1 rocket synchron. Yeah, I used him a couple of times. I love the fact that he's a level 1 tuner. He's especially important seeing that I changed my extra deck. 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal, self-explanatory. You use him for the Guard Dragon play. 1 Chaos Dragon Leaveneer. Believe it or not, I didn't get to use him at all today, unfortunately, and he's so good. Especially if you get him out during your first turn, you can thin out your opponent's deck. 1 Omni Dragon Brontor. Didn't get to use him today, but he's still so good. If he's special summoned, you can pretty much search your deck for any dragon you want. Tempest. I use him so much. He's a free special summon. I often try to get him to the grave through Foolish Burial or Dragon Shrine, so you can banish, get him out. At the end of your opponent's end phase, he goes back to your hand, so you just recycle him. Galactic Spiral Dragon. Watch out for this card. Master Rule 5. He is going to be ridiculous, and I used him a lot. I often send it to the grave through card effect, and as long as you got 2 dragons that are light, dark, combination of both, you can get him out if he's in your graveyard or in your hand. So that's it for monsters. Now for magic. 3 quick launch. Self-explanatory. Not once per turn, so if you got 3 of these, you can special summon a rocket from your deck. 3 Call by the Grave, super important because you must have your combos go off. Didn't really utilize it though. I figured for sure people would droll me or ash me, but nothing. The only thing that really happened was a DD Crow, so I was able to negate it with the Call by the Grave. If anything else is good discard fodder. 3 Lure of Darkness for the draw power. Almost everything in his deck is dark, so yes, more cards you draw the better. I main decked 3 Dark Ruler no more because this is a going first deck, but on the off chance that I am made to go second, if I can get this, whatever my opponent has on their field, at least I can turn them off. 2 World Legacy Guard Dragon. Again, I would love to have 3, but no room, and it is a little tiny bit cloggy. It's strange. In one game, I actually pulled 2 of these in my opening hand, which was bizarre. So at least I was able to use one as cost for a card effect and activate the other to revive a level 4 lower dragon monster and move something to, from the main zone. 2 Drake Connection. This card is amazing. This is basically another version of the Star Liege Safrit. If you don't have Star Liege Safrit in your hand, you can search it with this card. So if you got a level 4 dragon in your hand, doesn't matter which one, you activate this, reveal the level 4 dragon, shuffle into the deck, and you take out your Star Liege and then normal Star Liege and go on as normal. Probably the best possible combination is Draco Connection along with the black or white dragon, because you don't want those in your hand anyway. You want them in the deck, and that's actually happened today. One Dragon Ravine, one Boot Sector Launch. You can use more if you want. I like to use one simply because they are searchable. But I understand why people use more than one of each, because you can reactivate them and get their effects again. One Monster Reborn. I don't use Destrudo still. I'm not a fan of him. I know he's really good and he can be a free extender, but Monster Reborn is almost the same thing. You just don't suffer any life point loss. One Foolish Burial and one Dragon's Ravine. I was flirting with the idea of putting 2 Dragon's Shrine in there. I said Dragon's Ravine, didn't I? Dragon's Shrine. Flirted with the idea of putting 2 of these in, but it's a good and a bad thing, because the problem is if you were to draw 2 Dragon Shrines, you can only use 1 per turn. So the other one is sort of, it would be a brick. So this worked out pretty good. Now for the extra deck. I use 1 Striker Dragon. I've seen other profiles, I'll probably use 2 or 3, but 1 is good enough. It's still enough to get things going. Your main idea is to go first and build a really good board and go from there. 1 Dragoon Knight Romulus to search out your Dragon's Ravine. He searches your Boot Sector Launch, by the way. Heretic Seal, Heavenly Spheres. Fantastic card. He's a free bounce, and if you do bounce him, use him as a tribute, you special summon a dragon from your deck. The card I typically go for now is the Spiral Dragon. It doesn't matter if your opponent kills it, it just gets it out of your deck. If your opponent kills it, it goes to the grave, and you can use the effect in the grave. And your Guard Dragon package. They still enable so many things in Dragon Lanes. I don't know, the next ban list, I'm not sure which one should take a hit. Probably wouldn't matter, because if you just get one of them out, you can still go on with your plays. 1 Sage of Skuldred, I almost went to 2, but I didn't really bother. 1 is good enough, so you draw 4 cards. If you use 3, you can special summon from your hand. Mech Knight Crusader Abermax. This is a godly card, and he's actually really easy to get out because, for example, if you have 2 of your Guard Dragons out, well, actually, any of your other Link monsters, use them. If you're really desperate, you can use that. But he's not a card you want to put out on your first turn. Normally, I would try to get it on my second turn to attack, but depending on the situation, you can probably link off into him. Boral Sword Dragon, Borreload. He's good for ending games. You don't really want to summon these guys on your first turn. So he's just a good free monster removal, not targeting removal, and he just ends games. 4 XCs, because I'm playing the Spiral Dragon. Number 68, the Sky Prison. This cripples more decks than you think. There were no spirals today, but I went against Orcus and got that out, and yeah, that gave him a run for his money. 1 Dingirsu, standard if you're doing any rank 8s. He just protects everything on your board. And number 38, he's just a good free magic negate, and you can absorb for more material. And for Synchros, this guy was amazing today. Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Oh my goodness, he can beat over anything. And doesn't negate any effects, but still banishes a problematic card. And he's basically an instant out to the Borreload and Boral Sword dragons, because it's true we cannot negate or respond, to the first effect, but once they use the second effect, bam, you can chain, banish, and the card is gone. So they cannot do any monster removal, attack, anything like that. And 2 Borreload Savage Dragons. The way this deck is built, getting 2 out is ridiculous. Now, naturally, you can't use the effect more than once per turn, but that doesn't matter. So you can get 1 out, attach the Sayuja, Skuldred to him, and when you go into the next turn, well, you can still Synchro Summon him, you just wouldn't be able to equip him. But if you want to wait, Synchro Summon to the next turn, and whatever Link monster in your grave, you can attach it to him. So basically, with the first one, you get 4 negates, and when you go into the next turn, get the next one out, and you can go for 2 negates, depending on what's in your grave. So didn't get 2 of them out today, but playing simulations, got them out, and it's just busted. So easy to get out, and no one would expect it. So for the side deck, changed it up. I was expecting certain matchups today. Didn't quite get into them, but in case I'm going second, 2 lava golems. It wouldn't be a Dragon Lady deck without lava golems. And 2 Gamma Seals, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. So if my opponent were to get a negate board or Shadow or something, at least I can get rid of them that way. 2 Drone Lockbird. I was expecting spirals. There was none. Not at all, but there's a lot of decks that rely on searching, so that's still a good investment. 3 Twin Twisters for the back row hate. 3 Royal Decree, another back row hate. I was anticipating going against Altergeist, which there was at least one today. I did set this during an Orcus match, didn't get to set it, so when the match was over, I showed the card, and my opponent was quite terrified. So negating all of your opponent's trap cards, well, all trap cards in the field. This is the only trap I have, so this would not affect me whatsoever. And discount Lightning Storm, Lightning Vortex. So this just destroys all face-up monsters your opponent controls just by the cost of discarding 1 card. Which is fine, because if I were to use a Absolute or Dragon, I would be able to add a Rocket from deck to hand. So no real downside to Lightning Vortex, and it's very underrated. I don't see anyone use this, and you should. It's actually really good. It's a way to use 3 Raigeki and the Poor Man's version of Lightning Storm. So yes. So anyway, that is the deck. Not sure, it's a competitive deck, which is not really my style, so I can't see myself playing it all that often. Personally, I wish I played my Ritual Lockdown today, because most of the decks here use the Shadow play in some shape or form. And when I go first, almost every time I'm able to get my Drake Overlord out, so that not only skips their main phase 1, but it turns off all of their fusion cards, so that would be great. But anyway, I still had a lot of fun. Not sure if I'll tweak this anymore. If I'll play it again, we'll see. But it was still a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks for watching. Remember to be a good sport. Play the game, not the fame. See ya. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe and be sure to click on the bell for notifications. You can also check me out on Facebook. The link is in the description below. Happy dueling!